Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, you might think that Toastmasters is all about leadership and public speaking. Well, it's not. Because think about it. There is a certain pattern. Dhananjaya Hatirachi. He was lost. He was broken. He was in prison. But he made his speech. He won, and he felt much better. Ramona J. Smith. She was lost. She was broken. She made a speech. She won. She felt much better. Our very own president, Toastmaster Aleen Andreou. She was broken. She was desperate when she realised that as she was growing older, wherever she went, she would have to take a mop with her. But she made a speech. She won. She felt much better. Do you see the pattern? It's all about feeling better. So Toastmasters is like your therapy session, the session with the shrink, the session with your psychologist. And so, I will begin my therapy session now. It's all right, Toastmaster Alex, you don't have to bring the couch. This is stand-up therapy. Toastmasters is stand-up therapy. I too was lost. May 24th, 1969. Me and another 6 girls, we were standing at the, well, not the black line, the white starting line. In our hand, we had a tiny spoon with an egg on it. For the egg and spoon race. Who here has done the egg and spoon race? For that one. I mean, who the hell invented the egg and spoon race? I bet it was some farmer with surplus eggs who wanted to sell them on. And there I was. Spoon and egg. Now I think my egg came from that experimental chicken. You know, towards the end of the 60s, they started experimenting with giving hormones to chickens and seeing what would happen. Because, you know, my egg was huge. It was much bigger than the other girls' eggs. I had the experimental egg. And to the left, there were 149 parents, grandparents, godparents, cousins, whatever, waiting to see who would win. And of course, far more important, whose unfortunate child would lose. And on the other side was the headmaster. Ready, he shouted. And we adjusted our eggs. We adjusted our eggs. Steady, he shouted. Steady? Steady me? I was the child who was always covered in bruises. Not because my parents abused me, but simply because I was clumsy. How could I be steady? And then he shouted, go. And a cloud of dust appeared as the girls thundered forward. And a little speck of dust rubbed against my throat. I started coughing. The egg shook in the spoon. Gravity had its way. The crowd roared out laughing. The headmaster rushed with a new egg. And he told me the following words of encouragement. Fellow Toastmasters, and especially those of you who are mentors, please note, you might want to encourage fellow Toastmasters in this manner. He said to me, go, go, you silly girl, and tapped me on the head. And off I went, taking tiny steps, trying to defy the laws of gravity, the laws of Newton, the laws of physics. And suddenly, the crowd roared and clapped. Mary, had just finished, and the crowd clapped again. Jane had just finished, the crowd clapped again. Kate had just finished, the crowd clapped again. Frederica had just finished, the crowd clapped again. Claire finished, the crowd clapped. Or crapped, no, clapped. Again, Nora had finished. And then there was utter silence. And each second of silence pierced my soul. Every step I took in that silence broke a piece of my heart away. I lost. And so it went on every single year. The next year it was the sack race. You had to get into empty potato sacks and jump all the way to the finishing line. I mean, who invented this race? I'm sure it's the same farmer who invented the egg and spoon race. He had a lot of empty potato sacks. So he invented the sack race. And as the years went by, the races got more difficult. The cross-country race. We had to race for 3 kilometres across hills and open fields. Who invented that race? The same farmer. He probably had extra land and wanted to rent, so he invented the cross-country race. And so it went on until I was 18, and my physical education teacher, or shall we say rather my physical non-education teacher, told my parents as I was leaving the school, Aleen, I think even if a bomb dropped, she wouldn't be able to run. Well, I'd like to tell my teacher, my headmaster, the other girls, and the 149 people who were watching me, that this summer, I ran from one end of Brodaras to the other. I ran 7 kilometres non-stop. I was lost, and I found myself. Mr. Toastmaster.